This is AI Jim Ross, and you're about to listen to Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't be a slapdick and get offended by anything on this show. And if you do get offended, that's a you problem. Before I throw it to the fellas for another banger of an episode, shout out to all the BTT patrons, including the largest Patreon contributors of the show, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, Good Old Justin, and Mike H. Now, enjoy the show, Slapnuts.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Booking the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast. For today, we are covering WCW Saturday Night on TBS from February the 13th, 1993. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the damn video. And lastly, type a comment or two with what you liked or didn't like about the episode. It helps the channel grow, and it stops Harper from being very, very salty, who is running late, again, for that matter. Doc, let me throw it to you since we're waiting on Harper, who gets mad at people for needing to grow up, but he can't grow up and show up on time ever. How are you?
He does not understand the idea that every second counts.
Sometimes I wonder.
We're trying something here because I basically said he texted us and said I'm pooping. We were trying to start 30 minutes earlier tonight, but not because we made him. It was because what time is he going to show up? And he said, I can be there at 6:30. Well, that's great. It is now 6:39 and he's got performance issues in his bowels. But everybody else needs to grow up.
I wonder if he's late. I'm usually not paying too close of attention during the Wildcat matches, but it makes me wonder if he's late on his spots.
I don't know.
Since he's always late to this game. It's ridiculous. Well, he was the one who said he would be here at a certain time. It wasn't us.
No, if you can't make it, we're just trying to find out. We're sitting over here in the dark.
Meanwhile, we're salty because it's hot. Summertime is beating us down as usual.
It's the worst time. It's the worst time of the sports year because it's the last few weeks before football.
Nah, that's not true. I enjoy my CFL stuff.
I know. I'm starting to. Like, I watched a game the other night. I watched a game the other night that wasn't even the Bombers. So, I'm trying, but it's hard. Our world champion defending team of the Rangers is not doing well. They are on hard times. So we're ready for football. That's always a glorious event. We're getting close. And you know what that means?
More heartbreak for you?
Probably. But what that means for everyone else is we are going to be, I believe it is in 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be recording the BTT NFL extravaganza.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting. Can't wait to
The
hear about how the
half-bite-
Titans are going to the Super Bowl.
He said he's not doing
a joke
that.
of a joke.
Yeah, he said he's not doing that. So I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know what he can do there.
Depends how much whiskey he'll have before he gets on the call.
And all the paperwork he had. What is it with people that come on this show that think they can impress us with paperwork?
He said when he emailed me, I already got my paperwork down. I'm thinking to myself, what is it with you people and actually physical paperwork?
God. What are we
I mean,
doing
don't get me
here?
wrong. I have notes, but it's like literally electronic. I'm not writing nothing down.
Oh, I write stuff down. I have this little book here of like a notepad because I'm back off the gimmick. You know, remember that?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, let me take care of some business. We have let's do that. We have a Superbrawl coming up. So with that
Harper's
Superbrawl coming up, that means that the only way you can listen to it is by going to Patreon at tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. Why is it not letting me add him? Oh, there it is. Patreon BTT. tinyurl.com/Patreon BTT. You can listen to us talk about Superbrawl. What a hell of a... You know what? I don't want to spoil it. You'll want to hear our review of it, and I'll leave it at that. As I call Harper. tinyurl.com.
I've never seen it.
I swear you've seen it before, because I feel like we've talked about that Vader and Sting match.
Hey.
Oh.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Well, how's it hanging?
Say hi to the
great.
people. Say hi to the people.
Wait, guys. I need to be quiet.
No, we already started, man.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
so
we already
book it, bitch.
There you go.
We got Harper. You missed out on some very, very important moments the last couple of weeks. So we have to share. We have to look. We're gonna.
We got to go back. We got to go back and get you up to speed on two things that have occurred in the past 2 weeks, because and here's the other thing. The shows have not been bad. So keep that in mind when you're watching what you're about to watch, that these shows still somehow got good ratings.
Yeah. He's really, I stress that, Doc, because there were some ridiculously stupid things, but we both gave the last 2 episodes really good ratings while Harper wasn't here, because the shows were good. They just had a couple of moments of, what are we doing here?
And here's one of them.
So on that note, you missed the debut of Maxx Payne. So can you see my screen? Harper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you. Can you see my screen?
Gentilly.
Okay. I just want you to listen to his promo. This is Maxx Payne. Since you missed this, I want you to listen to his promo and then just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Is that fair, Doc? By saying that?
Yeah, because then I'll follow up with a question. But yes, that's great.
All right. Here we go. Maxx Payne debut promo on Saturday night. This was from January 30th of 93.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. No doubt in recent weeks we've been most impressed with this man at 6'6" at 340 pounds, and he'll be in action later on in this program, Maxx Payne.
Hello, me. Meet the real me. In my misfits way of life. A dark black past is mine, my most valued possession. Hindsight is always 20/20, but looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy. Speak of mutually assured destruction, nice story. Tell it to Reader's Digest. Yeah, the boys at Megadeth, they didn't know they was writing that song about Maxx Payne. Yeah, well, I'm not a 3-time All-American football player, and I'm not a 3-time All-American swimmer, and I'm not a 3-time All-American javelin thrower. What I am is a 3-time All-American wrestler with the credentials to back it. So take a look at the real thing. I am the Alpha and the Omega.
Okay, Doc, I'm going to let you lead this with Harper from that point, because I still don't know what that was about, even though you explained it. So go ahead.
So you laughed at first. Why did you giggle?
I knew exactly. I'm like, okay, so you could just read Megadeth fucking lyrics and that's a fucking promo.
Okay, that's That was exactly my position on this. Now,
God, dude. So like I could just take the little booklet out the CD thing and just sweating bullets. And then okay, back to you, Jim Ross.
okay, so
Oh fuck.
here's the next question that I had. And I don't have an answer here, so if you have one, that would be tremendous. What is he going for here? What is the overall?
He looks like the guy from Wasp. But the problem is we're not in 1988.
So when you say
That's the
Wasp,
problem.
are you thinking like Blackie Lawless,
Yes.
the singer? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy. You would love this guy, Mike. He would shoot fire from his dick.
He had a cod piece that shut.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
like something I don't
He
care
had
about.
this
but
like
okay.
cod piece that was like a fucking Roman candle.
Let me clean that up. It's kind of Harper's not wrong there, but
He said a Roman candle, the fireworks, the Roman candle. I
Okay.
remember those.
But he's a big galoot, right? He's a big fella.
He looks like the guy that would be at Zeppelin's when I was in high school or in my early 20s. That's a few years older than me, maybe 5-6 years older than me. That's still in this fucking era that couldn't pass a drug test to save his life, and he's driving the fucking the fucking 78 with the fucking T-tops with the no fat chicks fucking bumper sticker on the fucking thing.
Okay, but
And
he's also telling you.
and he smells like cigarettes.
Oh yeah. But he's also telling you he's an all-American amateur wrestler. How does that square with what you just saw?
I don't know. I mean, what school did he go to? Fucking Metallica
Iowa
Tech?
State. Iowa State.
Oh. He looks like a cyclone. I think a cyclone tore through his fucking hair.
Maybe. So he's a special
What's with
fellow.
the Gentili shit?
That's what I asked.
That's what Doc was like, is that how you spell Gentili? I was like, no. Gentili is spelled
yeah, bro.
Gentili where I'm from is spelled with 2 L's and a Y, not a L-I.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was hoping y'all could shed some light on whatever the shit that was.
Did y'all Google it?
We didn't.
Well, I mean, fuck.
This is why we need you here. Instead of whatever it is. Instead of hanging out with your girly on her birthday, maybe you could get to the show.
There it is. Gentili.
I got a Gentili cake. Y'all got those, Mike? No, huh?
No, but I know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably nothing's coming up, dude. I play Gentili.
So,
metal.
I mean, Harper, I don't know. I don't know what you remember from this era, but let me just say this: don't know the guy, never met him, whatnot. This gimmick is terrible. I couldn't stand it. It bores me to death. His matches, for the most part, outside of one that I can think of, bored me to death. The gimmick is dumb. I wasn't the hair metal guy like you all, but I know it's 1993 and that era's gone right now. So when I see him with the hair frizzed up like he's a Poison reject because he's too big, like I don't know what else to make of whatever is happening. So that's why
fuck, dude. It looks just
when
like
I first
I remember seeing the fucking Scorpions, bruh. With fucking Rat and fucking UNO, bro, was so fucked up. I banged this chick in my fucking Monte Carlo.
Well, the funny part is these promos continue like this.
Is that his real hair?
I have no clue.
That's the other thing is like, it's metal, but it's also like almost punk looking, like late 70s punk hair, but also like
just looks so dated.
Yes. Yeah. And in his, I don't have the timestamp from what his match was in this episode. It's somewhere coming up after this. Maybe I'll fast forward and try to find it, but I need to show you something else from this. It was so like he wear. Remember the gear he had on, Doc? There it is. Look at his gear. So I'm onto his match.
Okay.
And you know this is him coming out, and he's got. I guess it's a singlet, but it just doesn't. I can't figure out what he's going for.
I can't either.
And what's funny, Doc?
You think he's trying to be like Raven before Raven?
I was wondering if he's trying to be the Undertaker.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Well, Doc, you know what confused me? I was hoping that whatever that stuff he was saying in that promo, when we finally got to this episode, you two not only would know what that was, but it would somehow connect and make sense at whatever he was going for.
No, he's just reading. It's like he had the little, like the cassette tape and like with the lyrics, and he's just like reading along with the fucking lyrics. Man.
I mean, that would be like me. That would be like me, starting a wrestling promo with, it was a clear black night.
Right.
some more in G shit. I mean, or it was the first of the month. Like
get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Yeah, just
it's the first of the month.
So, but look at the gimmick, Harper, and look what he's wearing.
Yeah, bro. It's just.
I don't know. Like I said, I was hoping
this isn't good.
No,
you got that right.
It's bad, bro.
That's what we said, but we wanted to make sure that you knew. Now, here's the other thing. That was the one that was the best of the two things you're about to see, because this next thing is a doozy.
So, Harper, I'm gonna hit play. This has some time on it, but I gotta play this for you because Doc and I reviewed this in detail.
We cannot go further in this show in 1993 without you getting caught up on what we're about to see.
All right.
This is
this
is one of the worst things we've ever watched on this show. Ever.
Now, keep in mind, we've been talking about Sting and Vader going to face each other at Superbrawl 3, right?
Yeah.
Well, this vignette or video package is, I guess, leading up to this match we're going to review at Superbrawl when we review that next Tuesday night. I'm going to hit play and just
sit back and let it just come all over you.
Yeah, and whatever your reaction is, you know how you go, oh my God, or you whatever you got to do, just do it. Now, here it is. Sting is going to visit the White Castle of Fear. Here we go.
Stage, a great deal of anticipation awaits the matchup involving Sting and Big Ben Vader at Superbrawl 3. Here's what Sting has in store for him.
Sting accepted an invitation to a party at the White Castle of Fear in the Rocky Mountains. Another party. Let's go. Roger, we're clear. What this is all about. The challenge is presented for you to play a game. Vader challenged me to a game? I know you like a good time. I know you like challenges.
Could this be some sort of trap? And I know that you like living on the edge! Well, I guess I'll find out soon enough. Come to the White Castle of Fear. Where is this Castle of Fear, anyway? And play Vader's game! Where is this Castle of Fear?
Sting, I've spotted the White Castle.
All right, Harper, hold on. It's about to get real good.
There's a shoulder pads.
Well, just wait.
You think of but if he does, you think
Sting is here.
Sting's here! Play the game! You again? Play the game!
Sting, this is one game you're gonna lose.
There's something very familiar about all this. Vader's here!
Man, this keeps going, huh?
Who's the man?
Yes.
Vader. Who's the man?
You're the man!
Stinger.
Vader! Nice place you have here. Reminds me of your personality. Cold.
Very funny, Sting.
What's up?
You're here to accept the challenge of Vader. Are you ready to play the game?
All right. So what's the game?
It's over! You know what a strap match is? Well, I'm gonna show you Vader style.
Play the game! Play the game!
Mr. Race, the strap! Yeah!
Vader, 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 Vader.
It's almost over, Harper.
Vader, Vader, Vader.
To be continued at WCW Superbrawl III. Sunday, February 21st. Live only on pay-per-view.
So all of that, Harper, all of that, about 6 minutes,
Man.
just to quote unquote set up the White Castle of Fear match against Vader, which is nothing more than a strap match, which, as I keep telling y'all, is a very good match. Now, what you don't see is later on in this episode, Gordon Soley sits down with Tony Schiavone and within a minute's time explains this and builds it up better than that 6-minute video that you just watched.
Man, what the fuck, dude?
It was worse that time than the last time I watched it. If we're gonna be, it gets worse every time you watch it. Fuck, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So, Harper, how bad was this, and what did you think about it?
First, when I see the helicopter, like, damn, how much money did they spend on this shit to rent a fucking helicopter?
I said, how much did they spend on all of this? But that's a great point.
Then I'm like, wait, this gets more expensive, and they got midgets, and they got hoes.
And half pints.
I said, who knew that Vader had bitches?
Yeah.
So Mike's not wrong. Like the line I used was, all they had to do was buy Gordon a handle of gin, and we could have sold this pay-per-view. But they did all this extra shit.
Dude, the first when you see those mountains, the first thing I thought of was Rocky IV.
Didn't I say that?
That's what
he's
Doc
fucking
said.
running up the fucking mountain. Drago.
Exactly.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. Do, 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 do. Yeah. The training montage.
And then when he's in the helicopter, it's almost like an old, like a commercial for like white chocolate Snickers or something. The all new white chocolate almond Nestle Crunch.
I kept thinking Coors Light.
Something like that.
Okay.
Then I see the women. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? This was when the Dracula movie came out, was around this time. The Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, okay.
Breaker?
Okay. No. I know what you're talking about, Harper.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like with the women, they're all trying to seduce them, and then maybe that's where they got some of this from. And then I kept thinking that black chick looks like she could be in Vogue. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Free your mind.
Yeah. And what's the point of the fucking midget?
Remember, he was in the video that they did with Jake when they spun the wheel.
That's right, when they were in a bar with the spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, dude.
I don't know why they need a half pint for this.
Yeah, why do you need a half pint?
Right. I don't get it.
I don't. This is just one big question mark, because I've never seen this shit before.
Yeah.
Neither had I.
I have never seen this before. And this is all to build up a fucking strap match?
That's gonna be a really good match. That's the part that I keep telling y'all about.
But you don't need all of this and to spend all this money.
We're doing more work than the job requires.
Bruh, you ain't lying, dude.
Way too much work. Way too much more work than the job requires.
My
and
God.
spending all that money.
And then fucking Harley has no neck, huh? Man.
Well, I couldn't stop laughing at Harley. I don't know if you've noticed. He's got just a full black bodysuit on.
Yeah, like a fucking meme. Not a meme. We call him the fucking
mime.
Yeah.
A mime?
A mime.
Yeah, it's just a full black bodysuit. Like he just looks funny to me. I mean, I'm either used to seeing Harley in trunks or the singlet or the or a suit, you know, because when he's managing, he's at least got a sports coat and dress slacks on. I'm not used to seeing Harley in a black bodysuit. It's just odd.
Man. What do you think's going through his mind seeing all this? It's like
the check better clear.
Yeah, for real.
That's exactly what I think is going through his mind.
Pay me.
Man.
I mean, you got to figure.
But I said that's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion when that was the biggest thing in this industry, and this is what they've reduced him to.
Yeah, with like midgets and like Hooters girls.
Right.
That just made me think of something.
What?
And just know this. This happened on Bill Watts' watch.
Well, he's just about out the door.
I wonder why.
I got some info for y'all when we get into the review portion of this week's episode.
Dude, I've never seen this before, and I don't know. And then a picture of the castle. What do you think that really was?
I have no idea.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if they got a picture just like some kind of fucking...
Yep.
A government building or like a refinery or some shit.
It's yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And just that's the castle right there. No, that's the
there
fucking...
it is.
Yeah, that's the castle.
Yep.
No, that's the power plant. No, bro, that's it.
Here's
I mean,
the other
look,
thing.
they got smoke machines. I mean, it's lit well for what they're trying to do. It's just not. It just doesn't make sense.
No,
but the shows have been good. The wrestling's been good. You don't even need all this crap.
Harper, the wrestling has been like, I don't even say just the wrestling. Not only the wrestling, but the stuff on the shows has been good. Like, it hasn't been bad.
But they've had an A plus a couple. Was it last week or the week before? Got an A plus.
It was so. This was on the 30th. We gave an A plus. I gave an A plus to the February 6th episode because that's when Cornette and the Heavenly Bodies stormed center stage, which was phenomenal. And I believe there's a replay of that on this week's episode.
Let's get to that.
So bad, dude.
Yeah,
but
let's cleanse our palate.
This is like a dream. Like, bro, I had this dream that Sting got on a helicopter and he flew through Rocky IV and they had to fight Vader and there was a bunch of like strippers around him and it was Harley Race there dressed like a fucking mime and a midget was there.
Hey, you know what the music sounded like? If you closed your eyes and listened, it sounded like the sound effects from Escape from New York.
Oh, shit, I didn't notice that.
But Escape from... Well, I did this time, not last time. But the difference is Escape from New York was badass.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about your president. Or whatever he said.
Did it really sound like that, Doc? Or are you...
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
The music? Okay.
Yeah, but that was a low-budget movie from like 1980, so...
Yeah.
What was the sequel?
Escape from
New
L.A.
York too?
No, it was Escape from L.A. It came out in the early mid-90s. I mean, Rob Zombie did the soundtrack.
That's what I was thinking of. That's why I asked that.
Yeah. I remember seeing that at the theater. I think I was with Randy.
Hey, we got a Randy shout out tonight.
Of course.
All right, Randy Watson. No, I'm kidding. All right, Doc. Let me get us set up now for this week's episode where we can talk about.
I believe my comment was, boy, Harper
February
picked the
6th.
right and the wrong week to miss because we need his commentary, but boy, did he luck out.
Yeah, I mean, the Megadeth guy, oh boy.
It just again.
Boy.
There was some good stuff. It just was we had this weird shit. So all right. This is February 13th of 93, and I got some info for y'all that y'all need to know.
All right.
About. Doc, you asked about this last week. You asked about Watts and JR more importantly. So this week's episode was taped February 8th, 1993 at Center Stage. It's the first half of this taping. But here are some other important notes from when this was taped and when it aired. Bill Watts resigned / was fired, depending on what you want to believe, as vice president of wrestling operations for WCW on February 10th of 93. So this taping and the one next week before the pay-per-view are the last two under Watts' watch. This is from the 8th. He stepped down or was fired on the 10th. On the 12th of February, so just 4 days after this taping, Ole Anderson was announced as a new VP of Wrestling Operations, And Eric Bischoff, Doc's good friend, was announced as executive producer of all WCW television on the 12th as well. So again, this Saturday night that we're watching is the last under Watts' leadership. From there, Ole's going to be the VP of Wrestling Ops, and Bischoff ends up being the executive producer of WCW television going forward. Thoughts, Doc?
I'm concerned about the future.
Wait, we're getting rid of Watts. Why are you concerned?
Because the devil you know can be better than the devil you don't.
That's
Sometimes.
so fucking true, dude. That is that's the most truest shit, dude.
I will never forget when we were getting tired of Dusty in the 80s when we were doing this show. And we had a discussion, the three of us, about be careful what you wish for because it can always get worse.
Man, I always laugh when people come up and go, well, it can't get any worse. I'm like, the hell it can't. Everything can always
It
get
can
worse.
always get worse, dude. Trust me. If you think, oh, man, I got to a fender benders, worst day ever. No, it can get worse than that.
Yep.
Someone could die. Someone get diagnosed with something. Your goddamn house can catch on fire. You can get fired, bruh. Your kid gets arrested. He's in fucking jail. So many other shit could fucking happen.
And there's your weekly pick me up with Hard Body Harper.
That's right.
So in the opening of this week's show, we just went past it, but JR and Larry Zbyszko were talking, and they mentioned Arn Anderson may be lying about an injury that he has with his knee. So that gets mentioned. Doc, did you have anything from that, or did you want me to play it?
No, I was just going to say, Larry dresses like the old guy at the club.
You think?
Yeah. Here's the other thing.
He dresses
I
like he's the old guy that owns the fucking club.
That too.
That's still trying to
Good
bang
one.
some 25-year-old fucking girl. Hey, you want to do a bump? Hey.
That's good. I like that we're dealing with Smoky Mountain here, obviously, but do we really need them here? We got a lot of talent. What's the? I don't understand what's in it for Watts.
What do you? I mean, explain.
They got a lot of talent, but they're not doing anything with them.
Right. So do something with your people instead of putting over his people.
Okay.
That's all. No big deal.
I thought you were going to talk more about like the Smoky Mountain stuff that we saw from last week, though. Or no? You don't have anything else from it? Doc, you there?
I don't know.
Okay. Larry and JR open the show. They talk about Arn Anderson maybe lying about his injury. From there, we're going to go to a promo from Paul Orndorff and Barry Windham. And I thought this was kind of funny, so I want to go to this promo right now so we can give it a listen. Here it is. Look at JR's face right there. Holy shit. The hell's going on, JR? You got some commentary there? Holy crap.
He just saw Missy naked.
Again.
Look at him.
Maybe he has to go to the White Castle of Fear.
Oh, yeah. God. We want that to happen for JR. All right, here we go. Let me hit play.
All right, Jim Ross, thank you very much. One of the feature matchup later on tonight will be Dustin Rhodes and a mystery partner against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Barry Windham. We all don't know who this mystery partner is.
Oh, big deal. Who really cares about the mystery partner? Let me tell you something, Dustin Rhodes. Who is it? I want to know who it is. The only person that can be is your daddy. Well, you just bring your big fat partner tonight, and myself and Barry Windham, we're going to show you, and we're going to get the job done, and we're going to put down the wrestling. We don't like it. I don't know who it.
I tell you what, it's going to be quite an intriguing matchup. Let's go back to the ring for our first match.
That's what we're doing right now.
I like how Orndorff called Dusty a big fat, you bring your big fat daddy down here.
Yeah, but it was weird because he goes, I don't care who it is. I want to know who it is.
Well,
I tell you, Barry looks like he's aged 20 years with that mustache.
last week Doc said he looks like Blackjack.
He does. He looks like he's gonna go rob a fucking stagecoach in fucking Bonanza or something. Like he's gonna go rob a bank in Dodge City.
Doc, any thoughts?
I think he's got it.
I mean, look at him.
Sounds accurate.
Sounds accurate.
All right, let's continue. We go to the first match, and it is Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas versus Joe Cruz and Fred Avery. Doc, this is a 41-minute episode minus the commercials, so they're packing in a lot. These matches ain't gonna be long tonight. Any thoughts on this one?
Well, our two enhancement talent have been around forever. We've had these guys around. The crowd is lively for this. Douglas seems like he's a little bit hobbled during this match and doesn't do much. And like you said, it's going to be quick tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be quick. We don't have time for matches. So I think they might have went about a minute and a half, and it's going to end with a crossbody by Steamboat. He's going to pin Fred Avery, and Douglas, again, like you said, was selling his leg the entire match. JR did say it was from a post-match attack at the Omni this past Sunday, so they did mention that related to what the possible injury may be. Any other thoughts on the match, Doc, that, like we said, went quick?
No.
All right, so
let's
from
get
there...
to this let's get to this next segment, though.
From there, we're going to go to a promo from Dustin Rhodes, and let's go to that now. Here it is.
Ross, you are looking at the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Later on, a mystery partner against Barry Windham and Paul Orndorff.
Orndorff, Windham, this right here is my partner. And the fire that runs deep inside of him is unlike any man I've ever seen before. And at Orndorff, Windham, you're going to find out just who he is in just a little bit.
That's still to come later on, and we'll be back on TBS right after this.
Doc, thoughts on what's happening here?
So the first thing I thought was, that looks like a sheet off the bed of that motel in Smoky Mountain that we reviewed that time.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
or the sheet off the bed at that condo where Murdoch and his woman were staying in the snow when he cut that promo for Smoky Mountain.
Well, yeah, in that log cabin.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
The other thing that I noticed is that Dustin is about 6'5".
And
whoever's standing there is taller than him by a good 3-4 inches, maybe.
Yeah, that was my other note.
Dude, Dustin, as soon as the camera went on him, I was like, he looks like Chris Penn in Footloose.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
And
so there's...
And it's the ghost smoking a cigar.
Yeah,
How come it was cool when Arn did it in Smokey, but that was not cool just then?
Yeah, this is Me TV Tunes corny.
Uh-oh.
It's just really, like a cartoon.
It's the problem is there's been no build up to this. It's just throwing it out there.
No build up. That sheet is distracting as fuck with that pattern. So you're focusing on that, and then they got a fucking cigar that is distracting you as well.
Look at Tony Schiavone. Look at Tony Schiavone. Just watch Schiavone looking at the guy with the sheet. Well, just pay attention to Schiavone and nothing else. He's like, what the piss am I involved in here? Yeah, my note, Doc, was whoever's under the sheet is a very tall person, and we're going to see later in the episode, whoever is under the sheet right here was just a mirage because the person who this ends up being is not who's under the sheet at this moment. Does that make sense?
Well, thanks for giving it away.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say who it was. I'm just saying this is not the person.
What do you think that is? Kevin Nash, maybe?
You want to know what my first thought was?
Huh.
I was like, is that Colonel Robert Parker under there? I know he's not far away from this promotion.
Right.
And then my next thought was maybe that's Maxx Payne, but I was like, I don't know. He looks like he could be not thick enough to be Max.
Right.
And then I was like, it probably could be Nash. Would you go to high school with him? Harper, they are begging you. The people are begging you for a Dman impression.
Well, I've been on the chat now about 25 years. I met him. I was a manager of the KB Toys, and I gave him a job there. So, yeah, as they say, the rest is history.
All right, there you go. Everybody begging for a Harper Dman impersonation. Right, it is all true. Oh man. Okay. Any other thoughts on this moment right here, Doc?
No.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
It's just, okay, where'd that sheet? You think that sheet came from the hotel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, these are wrestlers.
Driving in.
No.
100%.
Man. I wonder who got charged for that sheet.
How are you going to, 10 years into this, start acting like you don't know how wrestlers are when you're hanging out with them?
That's nice. I was just testing y'all to see what y'all's answers were.
Okay. Because even I was immediate going, of course it was.
That's got to be from a fucking La Quinta. Because it's got that Southwest look to it.
A what?
The whole Southwest look.
Yeah, but what did you say before that?
A La Quinta. You know what that means, huh?
I don't guess
La Quinta.
La Quinta is Spanish for next to Denny's.
It's not a La Quinta.
That's it. That's an old Randy joke.
All right.
That's
Doc, you got anything?
La Quinta.
It's La Quinta or La Quinta.
It's a what?
La Quinta.
It's La Quinta, not La Quinta.
La Quinta.
Yes, La Quinta.
La Quinta. No, bro. I'm gonna ask Armando. La Quinta.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna do? Email him, bruh. Send me a voice note. How do you say La Quinta? He's gonna say, "You stupid Harper. It's La Quinta. La Quinta."
La Quinta.
Quinta.
Oh my God.
La Quinta.
All right.
Next to Denny's.
Let's continue with the show. Jim Ross and Gordon Soley, they talk about last week what happened between Corny, Watts, the Rock and Roll, and Heavenly Bodies. They throw to a replay of it, and then they finish it off by Soley saying, Smoky Mountain Wrestling Commissioner, the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Commissioner will have an announcement on tomorrow night's main event. So what happened was on the February 14, 1993 episode of the main event, Bob Armstrong was interviewed. So Bob Armstrong was on the main event. And I can't remember if they showed that when we were reviewing Smoky Mountain Wrestling TV, if they showed the clip from main event. I feel like I don't remember it, but, a lot has happened since then. Anyway, Bob Armstrong was embarrassed by what Cornette and the Heavenly Bodies did on the Saturday night that we reviewed last week, Doc, when they stormed center stage. And Bob demanded an actual apology from Cornette. And he demanded that he make the main event tape and to apologize. So Bob Armstrong wanted to hear from Cornette on the main event. Apologize now, Corny. Cornette and the Bodies show up. Cornette says, I ain't apologizing for nothing. Bob says, okay, you don't want to apologize? Well, I'm going to levy a large fine for you. And Watts, who was still in control at this time, says, hold on, Bob, I got a better idea. How about we change it up, and instead of the Wrecking Crew versus the Rock and Roll, because remember, that's what they've been building up so far, we make it the Bodies versus the Rock and Roll. Cornette throws a fit. He doesn't like it. I hate WCW, yada, yada, yada. Corny doesn't want to do it. Bob says, okay, if you don't want to do it, I'll fine you and strip you of the Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag belts, because remember, the Bodies are the champs at this moment. Cornette continues throwing a fit, and he's just losing it. And the big announcement is now Corny and his team are forced to do it. So now they're officially going to have the match, Rock and Roll versus Heavenly Bodies, at Superbrawl 3. So that'll be on the pay-per-view that we review. We're reviewing it as a group next week. We know we have an episode in between now and then. So there was that. But it did appear on the main event. Any thoughts, Doc?
This Smoky Mountain shit's been tremendous. That match last week was off the charts. And Harper, it was an impromptu Bodies versus Rock and Roll, and the crowd was, huh?
Did y'all want to hear the Bob Armstrong clip?
Yeah,
it's pretty lengthy, but I didn't want to not play it.
We like it lengthy.
Of course you do.
In with girth.
Okay, here it is. This is from the main event.
Armstrong, one of the former great wrestlers, is now the commissioner of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And after what happened on WCW Saturday Night with Jim Cornette and the Heavenly Bodies, Bob called me. He was really upset, and he asked to come on the main event here tonight. And Bob, I'll just turn it over to you.
Well, frankly, Bill, we're embarrassed by what Cornette did, his little temper tantrum, and I've ordered him here today for a special reason. I want him to publicly apologize to you people, your viewers, for what he did right here on TV.
Well, that's great. And you know what? The great thing for me is that you support what we're doing here at WCW. And I know you've had your problems with him, too.
Turn my back to the camera. Shut up, you bunch of humanoids. Let me tell you something. I do not appreciate you calling me out here, Bob Armstrong, and making us come down here like a bunch of high school kids being called to the principal's office. I don't want to be here in the first place.
Well, are you going to apologize to his viewers or not?
I ain't going to apologize to nobody, because I'm not sorry for anything that I've ever done in my life, and you know that, Bill Watts, as well as anybody. I ain't apologizing for nothing. We said what we meant, and we still mean it.
Well, in that case, let me just tell you that I'm authorized to levy on you the biggest fine ever paid in the history of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. You will pay the price for your temper tantrum.
Let me tell you something. You've been a pain to me ever since we've been in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, but you ought to know, as far as anybody so far, that a fine to me is just a phone call home to mother, so you don't scare me none.
Bob, wait 1 second. Let me say something here, if we can get by without this mouth to South running off. You know, he's always bragged about his mama's money. They started something on WCW Saturday, and our fans didn't get to see the end of it. On Superbrawl 3, we have the Rock and Roll against the Wrecking Crew. I'd like to change that match and have the Rock and Roll Express against the Heavenly Bodies.
Hey, wait a minute, let me say something. Maybe you didn't get what I said on WCW Saturday Night. I'll say it again. We don't work here. We don't want to work here. I hate this crummy, stinking wrestling promotion, and I don't like you either. And I'm telling you right now, you don't hold you know what? You're a You like to push people around. You like to move that pencil around and tell them where they can go and what they can do. Well, you can't tell us nothing. You don't have contracts on us. We don't work here. You can't find us. You can't find us.
Let me butt in here. Let me just butt in here. Just let me butt in here just for a minute. I do hold your contract. And Bill, I think that's a great idea. And if you don't wrestle the Rock and Roll Express on Superbrawl 93, I'll double your fine. You will be suspended, and I'll strip you of your Smoky Mountain tag titles. And Bill, if you want to right now, we'll put it on paper.
We'll sign it, Bob. We don't need this guy to interfere. But I want to say one other thing. I want another thing. Well, your little bitty hands couldn't fit around the real man. I want one thing cleared up. I want to know which two. Is it going to be Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, or is it going to be Stan Lane and Pritchard?
Let me tell you something. You shut up, you humanoid. Let me tell you something. The Heavenly Bodies are a corporation, and any two of them can wrestle. Any two of them can defend the belts at any time. But I'll tell you something. I'm calling my mama's attorneys. We don't want to be on your stinking Super Brawl.
Oh, they're going to decide which two, and we're going to get rid of the other one.
Put it in here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen at Super Brawl? What are you going to do? Put the guy in the gas chamber? What are you talking about? We don't want to be on Super Brawl. I hate WCW.
All right, Doc. Now that you've seen it, any thoughts or heard it?
Well, they got all that set up without having to go to the White Castle of Fear, so that's good.
Yeah, no, huh?
When you got a bunch of professionals out there doing this shit, it kind of just flows. It makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need a ridiculous 6-minute video package for the White Castle of Fear when I'm already going to watch that. When I got these guys on subsequent weeks, even though this was on the main event, talking us into the building.
Correct.
This is the thing. This was the main point too about after last week. I mean, Harper, you weren't here when they invaded center stage, man. The crowd went nuts during the match because they had a match. It was an impromptu match, as you can see in the video right here. They don't even have gear on, proper gear. The crowd is chanting rock and roll loud the hard times. I mean, it was like a scene out of the Rock and Roll in Midnight in 1987 and 86.
They saw their heroes come back.
So to the point made, yeah, we don't need long video packages. We just need to do simple stuff.
Yeah.
Because this crowd certainly knew who the Rock and Roll were.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, it was really good stuff from last week's episode. Any other thoughts, Doc, before we continue, now that the match is set up for Superbrawl 3?
Let's see it. I'm ready.
We'll be getting to it. All right. On that note, we're going to continue along. We're going to go to Vader versus Rick Thames, I guess is how you say it. The fans are chanting, "We want Sting." Rick is in a lot of trouble. This match, I don't know, less than a minute. Doc, your thoughts?
And it's just crazy. That Vader splash is crazy, bro. You got a bunch of moving parts coming at you.
Splash or power bomb? I mean, everything he does is strong.
All of it.
That Samoan drop right here.
Right. That ain't no cakewalk either. It's all good stuff, pal.
Let me come down on you with all the stuff.
That's the easiest
Kaboom.
thing.
Oh!
As he bounces off of him when I say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flatted him. Yeah.
Then he gets in there and paints his face like Sting.
Right. Then he paints his face as making a mockery of Sting. And then he's got the strap. So he's going to lay into his hydrated back, Harper.
That's right. Thank you. Fuck. Erase the hate, Michael.
Mr. Can't say. What did you call it?
What did you call it? I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's a La Quinta.
I'm not like you, Mike. Okay?
What did he call it, Doc?
In my heart.
Doc, what did he call it?
I just can only think about what you called it.
No. Look, I said La Quinta. What did you call it? The hotel?
La Quinta. That's what it's called.
No, it's not.
All right. Doc, any thoughts on Austin and Pillman's promo here?
Pillman looks like a dirtbag. I love it.
It's great. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow working.
Dude. He's got a dime bag in his pocket.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's what he looks like.
Yep.
All right. Austin promises to beat Bagwell in the upcoming match in under 10 minutes, but that was about it that I got from this promo. So on that note, we'll go to the match. We got Steve Austin versus Bagwell. If Austin does not win in under 10 minutes or less, Austin loses. Honestly, I was excited for this match, and then it started, and I was like, there's nothing happening here. They're working slow. At one point, I think Pillman tried explaining, which actually made sense, why Austin was working slow, and he said, well, Austin looked at this as a place to show his skills on TV, and that's why he was working slow. They didn't pick things up until near the end, but Doc, what are your thoughts?
My exact note was it was a decent match. It started slow, but it made sense the way it was presented and explained.
But they didn't do much. Would you agree with that?
No. Yes. Pillman was great on color.
Well, he he's a good talker for the most part.
Well, and that kind of made me wonder, it's like JR said he wanted him to move into the booth when he was hurt in WWF, and he didn't think his career was over yet. And he's like, I wish it had taken me up on that and joined me in the booth. And I thought about that while I was watching him or listening to him do this.
Yeah, I've heard JR say that. He's not wrong, but you know how it is, man. You never want to just be like, all right, it's over. I can't do that anymore.
I got one more run.
Yeah, I'm not ready to hold the clipboard just yet.
Right. I mean, who's
That's
ever
why you're
ready
going to
to
get in there with
be
Danny
done?
Flamingo, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who is you?
happened,
Goddamn,
Mike?
pal. Pronouns.
The next match, Mike?
I don't
Next
know.
show?
Devin keeps bringing it up. You got to ask him
yeah,
about
we
it.
should have that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
you
should.
got one more in you.
Yeah.
I sure do.
I want to see you bump.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get back up again.
I would get up.
Yeah, fucking 10 hours later.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, yes, it is.
I think I could take a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. All right, Doc. What else from this match?
This goes on for a while, and Bagwell doesn't look bad, and they're making him look like somebody, but I just don't understand why it's kind of at the expense of Austin.
Is this the best
Yeah.
Bagwell has looked physically? He looks like fucking like a superhero.
I don't know.
Starting
He's
to
always
fill out.
Yeah, you remember he was like 18 or 19 when he hit the 19 probably, so he's probably getting, that Waffle House diet in him and some beers and filling out and
I
banging
think
some
he's starting
broads.
to he's starting to put a little beef on. He's starting to get a little bit more defined too.
Yeah, for real.
Like when I look at him, I can see it at this point.
He's more cut.
And I wonder if his mom is
Shaving his bag.
shaving his bag at this point. If you don't know what we're talking about, go seek out the Dark Side of the Ring episode on Bagwell and then become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT, where we reviewed it and discussed it in great detail. All right, the finish, we start seeing a bunch of, like, I guess, false finishes, and Austin takes a big backdrop. Pillman kept accusing Bagwell of powdering out of the ring and stalling, and JR says, well, that's technically a good strategy, which it was. And that's the point you made, Doc, about Pillman being good on commentary. Anyway, the finish, Austin makes multiple attempts at pinning Bagwell. It doesn't work. Since Bagwell survived the 10 minutes, Bagwell wins, even though he didn't pin him. And JR says, make sure you call the hotline. We'll tell you if Ric Flair will be at Superbrawl. So, boy, these Ric Flair plugs and teases keep on. So, I mean, they're all but saying Flair is coming back at this point.
I mean, come on.
I don't think he mentioned Davey Boy Smith though, right there. So
Wait till the next segment.
right. Well, that's what I was about to go to, and I mentioned that because JR had been mentioning Davey Boy. On that note, we go to the Superbrawl III Control Center with Eric Bischoff, and Bischoff mentions that Davey Boy Smith is going to be on the card at Superbrawl. So we've heard his name before, just never confirmed that he would be on the pay-per-view. And then Bischoff runs through the full card, which includes Wyndham versus Muta for the NWA World Title, and of course Sting versus Vader in the White Castle of Fear strap match, which I still don't know why we're calling it that, but it is going to be a hell of a strap match. Doc, do you have any other thoughts on the Superbrawl Control Center?
I thought Davey Boy could have got introduced just a little bit better, but whatever. He's an international superstar from the WWF. We can't get him an interview.
So I wondered about this, and I don't know this as I'm about to say what I'm going to say.
Maybe he was still under a no compete.
No. I just wonder if that could have been it, but then I'm wondering, like, they were like, no, we just need to get another name on the card. It's a pay-per-view. Somebody will pay to see it because of that name. Like,
Probably.
Davey Boy Smith's appearing. And yeah, he may have not been able to appear before then. And they were like, well, we could just wait until after the pay-per-view, but hey, while we got him, if he can appear, let's just have him appear with no build.
They should have had a picture of him on the screen.
I thought they showed one coming up here in a
No.
second. But I wanted to point something out because WCW does a WCW thing right here.
Because they're
And
not
look
facing
who-
the Wrecking Crew.
Right.
Right.
So we already knew that, well, technically it wasn't on this episode. It was going to be on the main event tomorrow, so I got to give them a pass. At this point, it was still the Wrecking Crew. The clip that I played a second ago didn't air until the 14th, on Valentine's Day, as Harper likes to say.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Anyway, I actually don't have a problem with them plugging Davey Boy and mentioning his name, even though there was no build. I just think it's a good idea. You know, just use the name. And you got him, use the name. I was trying to see if they showed him because I couldn't remember. No, I don't think they show him.
Because Sting's like, hey.
From there, Doc, we wrap up that segment and we go to Paul Orndorff Paul Orndorff and Barry Windham versus Dustin Rhodes and a mystery partner. I'm not playing those promos. Did you have anything from them there real quick?
No.
Vader and Sting. All right. So who do you think the mystery partner is going to be, Harper? For Dustin that they announced earlier.
It's not his dad, huh? Wait, he's shrunk.
That's what I'm saying. Look how short this guy is. He's not short, but he's shorter than the original guy under the sheet.
And he sees more. Is he more timid now? And I guess he put his cigar out. Let's see. This is 1993.
It's someone who's already there.
Oh, it's the Z-Man.
That would make Zonch's PP go, woo!
It's Van Hammer.
Oh,
No.
God, no.
It's Cactus
Jack. So Cactus is the mystery partner. He was the one under the sheet the whole time, but he ain't the same person that was under the sheet earlier because the dude under the sheet earlier was a lot taller. Anyway, Doc, did you notice Cactus looks like he's got Dustin's other pair of boots on?
Oh, he does, huh?
Yeah, that's not his normal boots, I don't think. Anyway, Doc, what is your thoughts on this? What, that spot?
Orndorff does the wobbly leg. That is so good. He's going to get back up from the elbow. And
yeah.
So, the little things.
I love the way Orndorff bumps.
Man, we said this in Smoky Mountain. Paul can still go.
Yeah.
Paul,
I went to high school
with
with him. What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh, man, come on, Harper. Fuck wrong with y'all, man? I mean, shit. What is this?
So what if I like action figures? What the fuck do you care? So what if I want to go to Disney World 10 times a fucking year? It's my fucking money. I work hard for my fucking money. And that's what I want to do? That's what I'm going to fucking do. Get the fuck out of here. No much dumb shit you buy, Harper. Come on.
Wait.
Harper,
did this conversation actually happen?
No, but that's something you
okay. Right, that's why I said that.
You've set off a firestorm in the BTT world.
Why?
Because the last time you were on this show, which has been a while, you told everybody they needed to grow up in this world. And
That's
a lot of people think that you need to invest in a mirror.
Why?
Because you are talking about 30-year-old wrestling. You always talk about buying toys. And as
I'm
it was
talking
pointed
about
out,
it. I don't do it. That's the difference. I'm not buying action figures.
Bruh, as Sean Sparks told me on Twitter, he said, Harper was absolutely correct about there being degrees of these things, but nonetheless, how in the blue hell were you able to hold it together while a man who stakes out grocery stores for Halloween cereal and spent a month bemoaning delays in his local MeToons affiliate's launch went off on an epic rant about how other people need to grow up?
But this is financial.
Okay. I mean,
it's financial, bruh.
So you saying you can be a kid as long as you're not spending a lot of money on it?
Right.
Gotcha.
So what's the limit?
Okay.
Fuck it. Don't buy no goddamn toys. Unless they're for children, or maybe if it's something that you grew up on and there's a nostalgicness to it. That's it. Don't go buy the new goddamn Batman fucking figure. Not for you. Fuck.
But, so to be clear, you are okay with watching Me Toons because that doesn't cost money. And
that doesn't cost money, and that's just this dumb fucking TV show. Then I changed the channel, and it's not sitting on my goddamn fucking bookshelf.
And so let's move to the cereal that Fruit Brute and Boo Berry and Frankenberry. With those things, and Count Chocula, with those things, you're actually saving money because although you're stalking them at the grocery store, we know you can't wait to get them for 25 cents a box at the salvage.
Hold your fire. Don't fire until you see the white on their discounted eyes.
All right. What I'm talking about. I'm glad we got clarification now.
I'm not sure that's going to satisfy the people, but you know.
Well, I'm not here to satisfy anyone, so that they can kiss my ass, right, Mike?
Jesus.
Except
I didn't say that.
Chris said, unless it's Chris Sancho's. That's his name.
Chris that you did the video for recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kiss his ass. Even though he's a Astros fan, you like him.
Yeah. I'll try to look past it.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
I think that's how you say his last name. I don't know.
I don't know how to say his last name, to be fair.
I think it's like the La Quinta thing.
Oh, God.
Jesus. No one will ever know.
Yeah, no one's going to know. It is La Quinta. I've been saying that since I was a fucking kid, and no one once said, no, bro, that's wrong.
That's why we're your best friends, because we're not afraid to tell you the truth. Everyone else is a dirtbag, scumbag liar, and we're here to help you be on the straight and narrow.
Well,
I want to go to fucking Disney World, Harper, and spend my fucking hard-earned money. I'm going to go to fucking Disney World, okay? You can go
what if I want
off.
to buy fucking Batman comics? What the fuck's it got to do with you?
Damn. That was pretty good.
I mean, so what if I got a folder at the comic book shop that's probably $150 a fucking month? What the fuck that got to do with you? It's better than doing drugs, you know?
Is it though?
There was so many people that commented and messaged me. I'm with Dman. Who keeps an heirloom in the bathroom?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, he gotta have a point there. And then Javorsky is like messaging me, just blowing D-Man. Like, I'm like, dude, why don't you just DM him? I'm not being the intermediary here, okay?
Yeah,
like he's like, bro, you got to bring D-Man in more often, man. I love listening to D-Man stories. Just nonstop. Like, dude, I have work to do. I work for a living. Please stop messaging me. See, he likes to be a shit stirrer on that group, but then he won't leave me alone. He's in my inbox like a broad.
Yeah, just
if I was
message
single.
D-Man. Trust me, he would love to hear from you. It's like,
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm getting attention.
You know what Harper sounds like? He sounds like a special version of Andrew Dice Clay.
That's nice.
That's what you sound like.
Well, that's what D-Man sounds like.
No, you don't sound special. He's got that South Louisianan, like.
Yeah, I went to Shaw. Fuck you, Harper. Where'd you go, Grace King? Get the fuck out of here.
All right. We had a match going on here. We skipped right over it, Doc. Let's go back to the match so we can almost wrap up this week's episode this week.
3156.
What are we looking for?
Some big ass lariats from Dustin.
I tell you what, they both throw haymakers, Barry and Dustin.
Yeah.
You know, like Pritchard always says, that's two big bastards. Look at that lariat right there. And then Barry's selling it and bumping like, oh no.
Barry, I've told you, Barry's on one right now. He is at the top of his game. And that's saying something in 1993.
It's a crime that he didn't get the world title earlier. I mean, he's still great during this era. It's not that he's not great. It's just that
he's been tremendous.
Yeah, remember when he did what was that episode of Saturday Night when they were in, I forget what building. He did the 60 Minutes with Flair.
Yes.
And they showed like the very end of it, like the last 15 minutes of it. Barry's great. Just picks Cactus up like he's nothing. All right, what else, Doc, before I go to the finish?
3445. Speaking of Barry's greatness, he's about to throw a stand and drop kick for a guy that does nothing but drink beer.
Yeah, did he ever? I mean, like, he doesn't even look like he's ever worked out.
No.
It's crazy. All right, you got anything else?
No, I think we're about ready to head to the finish.
Cactus makes a hot tag to Dustin. All four guys end up in the ring. There's a standing drop kick from Dustin. Cactus and Orndorff end up fighting on the outside. In the ring, Dustin bulldogs Wyndham, but Orndorff makes a save. And then Cactus, at this point, as we see another lariat from Dustin, Cactus has just seen enough when he sees the heels double teaming on Dustin, and he comes in with a shovel, and Pee Wee Anderson, the ref, calls for a DQ. And Orndorff and Wyndham win by DQ, but the crowd was into it, and I don't think it mattered who won because when Cactus comes in that shovel, the crowd's like, "Yep, we love it," and it was good stuff, pal. And that was all I had. Did you have a problem with the finish, the way they did it, Doc, or are you good with it?
No, I didn't really expect we were going to get anything clean there.
I also think they're kind of just eating up some innings right now of TV time.
Agreed.
That's kind of the way I looked at it. All right. I have to play this next promo for no other reason but for us to look at this and go, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
The Wrecking Crew with Jim Ross. Now remember, as of this moment, they're supposed to be wrestling the Rock and Roll Express at Superbrawl. Here's the promo.
Welcome back, everyone, to WCW Saturday Night. We're going to see the Z-Man and Johnny Gunn in tag team action in just a moment. We're here with the Wrecking Crew, another team that certainly has their sights set on the World Tag Team titles.
Mr. Jim Ross, the Wrecking Crew is undefeated in WCW. The Wrecking Crew has one thing on their mind, and that's Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas. When we meet you, we will beat you.
First things first, next week we will meet Z-Man and Johnny Gunn and prove our dominance in WCW. Fear the rage and feel the fury.
No prisoners and no mercy.
Fans, let's go back up to the ring.
Bro, what the piss was that?
Boy, that feels like if you chat GPT generic wrestler promo, that's what you'd get.
Fury sounded like a dollar store Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
For real.
With the he did everything but fucking pull on his goatee.
My notes say we have to watch this to laugh. This was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
And the other guy was worse. Hell,
Oh, yeah.
wait till I get my hands on you. You're gonna wish you were never born. And I gotta open up the Midas muffler tomorrow morning, so make it quick.
It's not easy being under that pit changing hot oil.
Oh God, I used to hate that shit. Oh boy.
Bro, how did you... Okay, I got a question. I got a legit question. Because I've changed oil before, but I've never done it when it was steaming hot like that.
Yeah.
How did you used to even do that?
These motherfuckers, bruh. Because I was at the Speedy. I mean, at the Jiffy Lube. They used to have one in the Sears, in the Clearview Mall, right there off the Clearview exit, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Motherfuckers would get off the I-10 and just pull in, and that shit's steaming fucking hot, bro. And some of those filters would be in tight fucking spots, and dude, I had scars on my forearm where that shit was just dripping. I mean, you could wear a burn sleeve, but that's only fucking. It's dude, fuck. I used to sweat so bad that, like, after work, I would have those white sweat rings. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're
So
talking
you're
about.
saying that you're saying all these cars are hot, and
They
then we
are
got thousands.
steaming hot, literally.
We
because
got
if you drive
hundreds of
around all fucking
thousands.
day-
So we got hundreds and thousands of them on the roads, and that's not why our temperatures are higher these days, Mike.
Okay. No, I'm not going there with you tonight. The point we're trying to make is I've changed oil in cars before. I can't imagine pulling the plug with that oil steaming hot because
pulling a plug is the easy part because you know it's coming, and the thing is, you can position the fucking drain pan perfectly to where it goes in there. It's the filter that burns you because you got to put your hand up there. Some cars, the filter
They're hard
is
to get
just
to.
staying there right there. You just
Right.
Some of them, you got to put your hand all deep in there.
Yeah.
And as soon as so the car itself is fucking hot. And if it's by the exhaust pipe, bro, come on, dude. And then as soon as you start taking the filter off, the oil just starts dripping down your fucking forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're underneath it. You're seeing gravity's just taking effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Those were the days, boy. Woo! You should show up half fucking drunk, bro. Lord.
All right, Doc. Now that you're tired of oil filter and oil change talk, we finally made it through Z-Man and Gunn versus Ali Pasha and Bob Cook, and wrong team won.
And they actually won.
Yeah, they got to win.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ali Pasha knows what he's doing, but
let's see.
Boy, if the dude's got a camel on his trunks. Jeez.
Oh yeah, that guy don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He just Bob Cook tags him in and watch.
Let's see.
Watch. He's like, yeah, I want you. Watch the lockup, Harper. He looks stiff as a board.
Yeah.
Headlock.
With the hammer lock, he's not working with him.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to hit the ropes. Look at that bump.
Yeah.
Anyway, Z-Man is gonna. I'm sorry, Johnny Gunn's gonna do his. Let me put my nutsack on your chin. Thez press, and Z-Man and Zinc win. That was rough. Thoughts, Doc?
Nice.
It was quick.
Is that what she said?
It was okay, you know.
It was all right. I mean, it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, he paid my tab.
Yeah, I mean, I've had worse.
I had worse.
So after that, Jim Ross does throw the footage from the Omni last Sunday when Pillman clipped Douglas from behind and caused what appeared to be an actual knee injury. So that is why Douglas was quote unquote limping earlier in the night. And that's basically how we go off air. So before we get out of here and rate this thing and hand out the Toot Toot or the Rolex Award, it'll soon to be the Rolex again since Flair's coming back. Become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT, the only place that you can listen to our review of Superbrawl III and all of our Patreon content that's up. Over 400 plus Patreon exclusive shows are available only on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right, Doc, I'll go to you first. What are you going to rate it?
I don't know. Nothing was
weird.
super great, but we didn't have to suffer through some things too. I'm gonna say B+.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to give it a B+. Even though the main event clip wasn't on this episode, I mean, it was in the same weekend. Yeah, we'll allow it. There was some hokiness here with the Dustin Rhodes thing, with the guy under the sheet and the cigar, but I don't know. There wasn't anything terrible, but it feels like they're kind of just eating up a week of time. That was kind of how I felt about it. What are you rating it, Harper?
I give this a B+ as well. That sounds about right. I mean, it's 41 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah, hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, who gets the Toot Toot Award?
Man, I got to tell you, I really like what Paul Orndorff's bringing to the table. And just, he's working hard, bumping hard, and he's a hard-hitting son of a bitch. So I'm going with Paul Orndorff.
I agree. I'm going with Orndorff as well. Who are you giving yours to, Harper?
I give mine a Barry.
Well, that's a good choice.
Not a bad choice either.
Yeah.
No, not a bad choice either. All right. So then last question I have for Harper is on a scale of A to let's do it like this. On a scale of 10 to 1, 10 being great, 1 being terrible, what do you rate that Vader White Castle of Fear segment that you watched?
It was bad.
Okay, give me a rating.
It's got to be a 1.
Okay, I think I agree.
I mean, what else would you fucking rate that shit? Like, seriously.
I don't know,
what
man.
Else would you fucking, like, who in the fuck, when they edited it and they did everything and thought, man, this is fucking.
Somebody hit an RVD pose after that.
Right. They're like, dude, you know what we should do? We should start a WCW Studios. And we should start doing movies. Because this looks fucking great. I can picture it. Sting's going to be some hero. I can picture it now.
We're going to get a raise.
We're going to get a raise, dude.
Just remember, Dusty said, next year this time, kid, we're going to be making major motion pictures, baby.
Yeah. That was bad from the beginning. And you know they spent the piss pot of money for that shit.
A lot.
Dude, just for that helicopter. You see now, if you're doing a shot like that, like with the snow, with the fucking Rocky IV shit, you can just get a fucking drone. But fuck, not back then, dude.
You don't even need a drone now.
Yeah.
You can get AI to do it for you. Pay for some software, and you got that instantly.
But that's what I was telling somebody. Remember when a local, like, radio person, they would do the fucking traffic? It would be somebody in the fucking helicopter giving the fucking traffic update, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine just the cost for the fuel and to pay that pilot to go up there so fucking Rockin' Randy or whatever can tell you that there's a wreck on the I-10 by the Tulane Avenue exit or something. Jesus Christ.
They ain't got to do that no more.
That shit's gone, dude.
They don't even need that now. They just have traffic cameras all over the interstates.
Yes!
They don't even need drones. They just have cameras that show you what's happening at certain places on the highway.
You know what I was wondering? Is there still remember they used to have the world webcams or something? Like you could look at Bourbon Street 24 hours or something like that. Remember that?
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is.
Because there's cameras everywhere. I mean, like, I don't see why there wouldn't
You're
be.
being watched.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you walk outside.
Right now.
You walk out. There's somebody listening. That's why you gotta be careful what you say on these things, dude. You want to get on a watch list?
Murdoch. I'm coming for you.
Okay, not that.
Rambo, we're glad you're alive. Tell us where you are. We'll send someone to pick you up. Murdoch, I'm coming for you. And then he hits the Russian with the fucking microphone, and and your girl fucking under the floor's got the Uzi. That was good fucking shit, bro.
All right.
Harper, your phone and your TV are probably listening to you at all times.
Oh, I know they do. I
On
know
or off?
Yes, because I can tell you there was a friend of mine, a friend of me and Tiz from the bar. Her and her husband started one of those like beehive things in their backyard where they make their own honey. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so we're just talking about this. And next thing you know, on my Facebook and YouTube, honey ads start popping up out of fucking nowhere. On like Instagram, beekeeper videos just all of a sudden pop up, dude. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Bro, he ain't lying. I've noticed that over the last 5 years or so. Me and my wife could be talking about something.
Yep. And then something, bruh.
30 minutes later,
about buying a fucking new car, like, let's say y'all never Googled shit about buying a car. Y'all just, hey, honey, yeah, I saw this new Honda Accords. Those look nice. I don't know, what about the Camry? I don't know, maybe something bigger. Maybe we should get maybe one of those big Tahoes or something. Next thing you know, on YouTube, the all-new Chevy Tahoe. Come on, bro.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Them suckers listening, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I say watch what you say on these damn things. They got their eye on us.
Internet bitch, I'm coming for you.
Murdoch. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for listening. Do us a favor. Retweet the show. Send Luke Hawks a message if you got feedback. He likes hearing from fans. But retweet the show or repost it.
Boost his ego.
Yeah, hit up the D-Man. He loves hearing from listeners too. But thanks for listening to the show. Repost it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook, all those social media platforms. And like us on Twitter as well, Facebook, all that good stuff. On that note, we're going to get out of here. Harper, why don't you hit the tagline and let's roll.
Book it, biatch.
Congratulations on making it to the end of this week's show. Don't forget to send your comments about what the guys discussed tonight to Luke Hawks on Facebook and on Twitter or X or whatever the piss they call it now. The rumor is Luke likes answering BTT fan mail. Also, do the guys a solid by liking the show's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. And don't forget to like and retweet or repost the show on all social media platforms. Lastly, become a BTT patron member where you get tons of extra shows. You can join at tinyurl.com/BTT Patreon. Until next week, so long, everybody.